Last week we did a list of people that we wanted to basically genocide, and I want to add bad internet providers to that list. Not just the executives or the people in the office or the technicians. No, all of them. Everyone who gets a paycheck from that internet service provider.
Wow, that's rougher than Thanos would go.
I don't think it is.
Already added to the list.
On the list. Also, I added to the list, just for everyone who may not have caught PKN, women with large labia. They are now all exterminated.
Yep. Here, I'll give a quick rundown of what it is again, so we all know who's allowed in the state and who's not. I don't think me, Kyle, or Woody make it at this point, but it's not the point. This is an ideological thing. List of undesirables. Homeless, people who point over the glass at burrito stores at the ingredients, people who block hallways, people who don't get off escalators fast enough, people who take their shoes off on public transport, people who read aloud in public, people who listen to headphones around their neck loudly in public, people who cross the road diagonally, catty corner, uncircumcised. Kyle added that one earlier. I gave a little bit of pushback, but I agreed. People who get their steak well done, people who are too polite when they drive. Woody was, there's a very narrow lane of acceptable driving from Woody. Too polite, no. Too rude, no. People who have gauged ears, people with big labia, people who double park, people with paused load fetishes. Vegan? We hadn't decided on that one yet. People who use bumper stickers, people who steal valor, fraudsters, people who say sports ball, people who speak in movie theaters, people who don't pick up their dog shit, pedophiles. It was telling that it took us about 30 to get to pedophiles.
Wait, hold on. What is? I'm sorry, I have never heard of it. What is pause load fetish?
Welcome to PKA.
I have never heard of this before. I know a lot of sexual fucked up terms. What is it?
So basically, there's a subsection of the gay community, like a real niche pocket. They're called bug chasers. It's a literal Wikipedia article for bug chasers. They actively seek out and want to get and spread virulent forms of the HIV virus, and they call that being paused. And so they're like, oh, I would love to get a nice hot pause load in this boy pussy or whatever they're going to say. That we read some Medicare did a funny video on it a while back, but we were reading stuff about people posting on forums in like 2004, because this isn't new, and being like, oh, I love to find condoms on gay strip club floors and just empty them into my ass. I walk around with my bare feet so I can find them, my little cum treasures easier. And it reads so absurd.
Oh my God.
So absurd. And so, yeah, we don't want anybody who wants to get pause loaded. They're on the same tier as cats in our state.
Well, I mean, they're going to be dead eventually, right? Like,
this
do we
is
even need to waste
problem.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know. Outcomes for HIV have actually got incredibly positive. It's actually worse for you from a health outcome perspective to have diabetes type 2 than it is to have HIV these days. It's pretty insane. Yeah.
Well, I mean, type 2 diabetes does so much shit to you.
You lose 10 years off your life on average. Yeah.
You lose limbs.
You lose limbs eventually because of the neuropathy. As the sugar goes to your extremities and shit, your eyes will retinal deterioration happens, and then your extremities will deteriorate as well.
I'm sorry, the sugar goes to your extremities?
Well, the problem is, like, you can't have too much glucose in your blood. It does bad things to you. This is why your body produces insulin to get the sugar out of your blood and into your cells to regulate it.
It's a circulation thing, though, right?
So, hypothetically, if I ate the foot of a diabetic man that had been removed, would it be like a honey-baked ham?
I don't know if glucose has a flavor the same way that other sweetened sugars do.
Yeah.
But, I'm not entirely sure. Well, actually... I'm sorry, that actually might be true, funny enough, because there are people in certain fetish communities. So there's like, to not get too extreme here, are you familiar with the term water sports?
Yeah, of course. Diabetics.
Some people find out that in the participation of these fetishes, find out that their partners are diabetic positive because their urine is actually incredibly sweet, and it shouldn't be. Because
there's more sugar in it than it's supposed to. Conversation. You're like, Bob, I got some bad news. Let me get burns. I think you might be diabetic.
You wouldn't piss in somebody's eyes. You would get most of it in the mouth. Can you have some fucking decency? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
No, that's my fetish. I want them to I've seen the cum fetish videos where like they make those Japanese girls
shown me those videos.
They make them hold their eyes like wide open, and they blow the load right onto the eyeball.
Steve, can you back off on the kink shaming? Would you?
that blow the load right on the eyeball. I think that might just be something in Japan. I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere but Japan. It's just some poor woman having her eyes opened up, and she's no, doing her little Japanese talk. And then, you take my load and you like it. From this little pixelated cock.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they.
Oh,
That's
shit.
disgusting. Right on the eye.
Right on the eye.
Imagine, you know when you get a floater in your eye? Where like just
Yep.
some bit of shit or whatever when you wake up and you're looking around and you can't pinpoint it because it moves around. Imagine how many little cum floaters you get. for those
Yeah,
poor women.
I came in a girl's eye, and her eye got really red, and she said it burned for like a day.
Yeah. That's why they should just close their eyes or wear glasses. Be smart about it, people.
I bet they're smart. I bet they have contacts on. You don't even realize it.
Yeah, but it's getting all the contact's not full eyeball protection, right?
Not full eyeball, but you can like rinse it out as long as it's not like in your fucking eyeball, right? I don't know. I've never tried getting cum in my eye before.
I mean, but if you did, you'd wear protective contacts. Just-
Probably, yeah.
just say.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I'm gonna raw dog your eyeball. Get those contacts out.
Now, other than pause loads, are there any other fetishes that you would add to the list?
The bronies, they gotta go.
Whoa! Does that mean we add all the hentai people there too?
No,
Sure.
hentai's
No, I
okay.
accept your terms.
Hentai is only okay when you, up until the point where you add like a waifu pillow.
So you
Then-
can't have a waifu pillow.
You gotta
What
go.
are they,
you gotta
there's a
waifu-
name for these. I wish I knew. It's like Daki Mira or some shit.
I'm adding waifu pillows.
Waifu pillow owners. I knew the first brony I ever met. I was at a gun shop having a gun built, and he was also there having a gun built. And he's and I was like, my gun was very cool, and so he was looking at it, and I was like, so just politely, I was like, so what are you getting? And he was taking his Colt AR-15 and having the Colt, which of course we all know is a horse, turned into a My Little
Rainbow
Pony.
Sparkles or some shit.
It
yeah.
was, it's already a horse, so he was making it a My Little Pony. And he's like, yeah, I'm a brony. And I was like, I don't know what that is. He's like, come outside and look at my Mustang.
Oh,
And
no.
we go outside to look at his blue Mustang.
Of course he owns a Mustang.
Right? And he's changed all of the emblems on that motherfucker to the same emblem, this My Little Pony emblem. And I was just blown away. He's like, yeah, it's nothing weird. It's not weird, okay? It's not weird. We're just fans of the show. And if you ever watch it, you give it a chance. It's very adult themed. There's stuff for us too. And I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I watch Family Guy. I guess that's kind of the same thing. I mean, there's a dog that fucks blonde women every week. I guess I can't judge it too much. And then I'm like, go to my buddy. I'm like, that guy's a fucking brony. What the fuck? He's like, yeah.
Could you imagine like some guy breaks into your house and shoots you and is stealing your shit, and as you're taking your dying breath, choking on your own blood, you catch like his gun out of the corner of your eye, and you see like the fucking rainbow sparkle princess, whatever, like smiling at you on his fucking handle.
Oh,
Holy
you feel like
shit!
Such a bitch as you were breathing your last two breaths.
I think that it would give me the strength to crawl to my safe and get my gun out and kill myself just for having allowed it to happen to me.
You
Oh,
preemptively
man.
suicide yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a pretty
So
pretty
bronies
lame
are on the
fetish.
list.
Look,
but
let me
only if they get
specify.
pillows.
Bronies are okay. It's the cloppers who have to die. The cloppers are the ones who sexualize the My Little Pony characters. The bronies, I think, are just fans of the show. They're big fans of the show, and they're men. The cloppers, I believe, I hope I'm not getting this wrong, are the ones who sexualize it, and often they take their My Little Pony doll, right? You can get one that's like, I don't know, 24 inches long and about this big around,
Exact dimensions? I'm starting to wonder.
about that size, and then they
The model, like the 24XY model, that's 24 by 13. It's got the expandable fleshlight in the middle, easy to clean.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Discontinued last March. Don't even bother looking for
they,
it.
they put a pony pussy fleshlight in the back of it so that they can fuck their pony.
I'm not saying that cloppers don't need to die. I'm just saying it seems unfair that people who stand in hallways and people who drive too politely are dying, but bronies made it through somehow.
The bronies are okay because they don't affect me. They don't do
bother
anything.
anybody.
They stay to themselves, right? Also, the adult baby diaper people, the people who have that fetish, they got to go.
Oh, are they affecting you?
They are raising the prices of diapers far too high for the single mothers of America. Also, deadbeat dads.
Does a 25-year-old man wear the same size diaper as like a 6-year-old? I feel like there's not a lot of competition there.
They're driving up the
You make
price
a
on
strong
our poor
argument.
elderly incontinent folks.
Okay.
Just kill the bronies. Get on my team, Kyle.
Okay, so we're doing bronies.
wait,
I just looked up. I shouldn't have Googled image search this, but Clopper's fleshlight, and there's quite You know, Kyle, I'm on board. One of these is just a plush doll with a banana shoved into its quasi-vagina. Let me link you that.
It sounded like there was some pushback earlier, but I would just like to second the polite driver thing that Woody mentioned. These are the worst type of people because they think they're actually doing good, when in reality they're just fucking everything up. So I will second Woody's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why you made the list. And it ties in with your other thing, Woody, of people who let others who think they're like being the good guy of, oh, yeah, of course you can cut in line. It's like, you're not the grand poobah of this line. I'm behind you. You don't get to decide to let 7 people in, you cunt.